This lone wolf had finally found a meal, but before he could tear into the frozen hide, he heard a terrifying sound. A jet black raven swooped down from a tree branch, chattering non-stop as if muttering to itself. Somehow, the wolf understood. The raven was inviting him. The raven had discovered something and immediately flew off. The young wolf understood the message. Should he go check it out? But first, he needed to protect his food. The scent from the glands between his toes contained a mix of pheromones, enough to warn off weaker animals from coming near. His curiosity was sparked. He really did want to investigate. Even he couldn't understand why he trusted this strange new friend so much. But the raven didn't let him down. A few snowshoe hares appeared right in front of him. He'd been hungry for a long time, and compared to that frozen boar, these hares were the perfect bite-sized appetizers. The raven watched its partner succeed, and it got exactly what it wanted. Since we're partners, I won't be shy, it seemed to say. Feed me well, and there'll be more good things in the future. After the meal, the snowfall grew heavier. The wolf needed to find shelter quickly. The area was full of trees. Hiding under one might work. He seemed satisfied with the spot, but something else came to mind. He lifted his head and howled. The sound was filled with sorrow and loneliness, an ache from deep inside. But in the cold, empty winter, no answer came back. He waited and waited. When the snow finally melted, the young wolf still hadn't escaped the sadness of his past. Didn't he know the raven needed to start a family in the spring? It was time to part ways. The young wolf accepted it. He likely had other things to do anyway, so the two went their separate paths. From a moment he was driven out of his pack, the young wolf had been walking a one-way road. He had to create a pack of his own, but nature wasn't treating him kindly. When he entered completely unfamiliar territory, it was like hell. Starvation became routine. A doe appeared, making his mouth water, but he had to think carefully. Could he take her down? Playing it safe. Drinking water was the better choice. Over the next 5 days, he traveled 124 miles and was completely exhausted. He needed to stop and conserve what little strength he had left. Next, he had to find food. If he couldn't, he might not survive much longer. Mother Bear kept scratching her foot with her 15-centimeter long claws. But to fill her child's belly, she still endured the pain to get the wasp nest. But just as she stuck her head into the hive to get the honey, the rocks at the mountaintop collapsed, and a large stone directly broke Mother Bear's neck. The cub beside her instinctively dodged the falling rocks. When he came to his senses, he found his mother was pinned under a rock. In confusion, his first reaction was to save his mother. He came to the rock, used all his strength, and tried to help his mother escape. But his strength was really too small. Facing a rock several times larger than himself, he could only move some small stones nearby. At this moment, the cub still didn't know what death was. Seeing his mother motionless, he thought she had just fallen asleep. After trying many times and still unable to move the rock, the cub lay beside his mother and waited. He thought that when he woke up, his mother would find food for him, as usual. Just like that, 2 long days passed. The cub still hadn't waited for his mother to wake up. Only now did he vaguely realize that his mother had left him forever. The little bear hadn't eaten for 2 days. He had to go out to look for food. But in this world where the weak are prey to the strong, a cub is very dangerous. Carelessly, he rolled down the hillside. After falling, he was confused for a long time. On the road, he saw a frog. He had never seen this kind of creature. The frog jumped all the way into the water, and the little bear's future would also be full of hardships. This puppy looked a bit slow from the moment it was born. While the other puppies were nursing beside their mother, it just kept spinning in circles, unable to find her. Grandpa said a foolish dog like that would never survive. Grandma didn't argue, but the very next day, the little one received special care from her. Grandpa couldn't understand why she would spend extra time looking after it. Under Grandma's careful attention, the puppy slowly grew up. It always kept that dazed, clumsy look. Its siblings would finish all the food quickly, while it got stuck on a rock and didn't know how to climb down. In the end, it could only lick the empty plate. One by one, the other puppies were adopted, leaving only this special little fellow behind. But Grandma loved this silly pup and decided to let it stay with its mother. One day, while it was playing outside, a vicious dog started bullying it. It didn't even know to run. It just stood there blankly. The mother dog bravely stepped in front of it and fought the attacker with all her strength. By the time Grandpa and Grandma arrived, it was too late. The mother dog had lost the fight and left the world forever. The old couple were heartbroken, but they still raised the puppy, even though it only knew how to catch bugs and chase frogs. It brought them plenty of joy and warmth. Many years passed, and the puppy grew into a big dog. Grandpa and Grandma also grew old. The dog seemed to sense that they weren't as strong as before. It stopped being so playful and even became helpful, assisting with farm work. Grandma loved it more than ever. Even thrifty Grandpa would buy it its favorite sausages. It felt like their warm, happy days would last forever. But tragedy soon struck. Grandma suddenly fell seriously ill and passed away. Grandpa's son decided to send him to a nursing home, and dogs were not allowed there. Grandpa had no choice but to say goodbye. Only after he got into the car did the dog realize this was a real parting. It went madly running after the direction Grandpa left. It struggled against the heavy iron chain with all its strength, even when the collar tightened around its neck and nearly choked it. It refused to give up. After many attempts, it finally broke free, leapt over the fence, and followed Grandpa's fading scent. But by the time it caught up to the road, Grandpa's car was already gone. This lioness actually gave birth to a snow-white lion cub. Its fur color made it particularly conspicuous from birth, but it was also constantly exposed to danger. Almost everyone thought this weak, inconspicuous cub wouldn't live long. Unexpectedly, it not only stubbornly survived, but later even became the dominant ruler of a territory. This was the world's first white lion king, Thor. In a hidden nursery den on the South African grasslands, Thor and his brother were curiously examining everything around them. Suddenly, several hungry hyenas appeared outside the den entrance. As fellow predators, hyenas would never show mercy when encountering lion cubs. They would directly kill them as food. The two little lions instinctively became tense, immediately retreating deeper into the den to hide. Fortunately, the mother lion sensed the danger. She quickly picked up Thor and moved to a new hiding spot. His brother followed closely behind. Because of his special coat color, Thor received more care. They successfully transferred to a new safe location. The two little lions soon started playing around again. The mother lion remained vigilant throughout, constantly calling them back to her side, because at this time, they were really too vulnerable. Several days passed. They hadn't eaten at all. Hunger forced the mother lion to go out hunting alone. She left the children in the den. But after nightfall, the mother lion still hadn't returned. Danger was approaching bit by bit. The two cubs began to get restless and anxious. The outside world was full of temptation for them. A frog caught the little lion's attention. Out of hunting instinct, they chased after it. Just then, the cautious Thor stopped in his tracks, but the bolder brother chased into the grass, inadvertently disturbing a venomous snake. Before the cub could react, the snake had already launched its attack. The venom was extremely potent. The brother quickly fell. Thor looked completely bewildered, not understanding at all what had happened. The other's eyes rapidly lost their vitality. Thor wanted to approach to help, but saw the venomous snake nearby, immediately got scared and turned to flee and hide. Meanwhile, the mother lion returned from hunting. She frantically searched everywhere, but only found a cold corpse, and her youngest child, Thor, was nowhere to be found. Thor ran wildly out of fear and ended up completely lost. The mother lion couldn't smell his scent, had no idea which direction to search. Her desperate roar pierced the night sky. Until the next morning, the mother lion who had searched all night still hadn't given up, but still found nothing. Last night's heavy rain left Thor bedraggled and washed away all scents and traces. Without the mother's protection, every day was a matter of life and death for him. Fortunately, Thor was very clever. After discovering traces of hyena activity nearby, he withdrew in time, climbing up a tree to hide, hoping his mother would find him soon. But even as night fell again, mother and child still hadn't reunited. Worse yet, nighttime was when predators were most active.